AI video is not going to perform as good as human videos.
I learned about the hook, about the problem solution, and the call to action. There's so much content out there that it's really hard to compete. We are not a marketing agency and an operational agency and sales.
I can bring eyeballs to your business, but I cannot solve your operational problem.
Good morning.
Good morning. For the first time, we are recording in the morning.
Yes.
We used to record in the afternoon.
In the afternoon, and we're trying to make it a cadence so that every Sunday in the morning we are going to be recording. We want to make it a habit.
Yeah, we put it on our calendar, and now it's right there. It's stable, and we're trying to hit that every day, kind of making it a habit.
Anytime that we're starting something new, it's always a little on the challenging side. So when Naja was telling me about how in order to make something a habit and actually make it stay, then the best way is for you to put it on top of something else that you do. And so first, this is our habit of making sure every Sunday at 11 a.m.-ish, we do really record our podcast.
Correct. Yeah. Just make it a habit. And also we're trying to integrate the ad making into that day too. Kind of like we were having Sunday is the record day.
Yes.
So on Sunday, we don't do any other type of work. Maybe we will upload or something down the line, but the majority of the day is being spent on recording. Kind of what Alex Hormozy says, it's a content day or creation day. Creation means like we're putting things out there on that specific day, and that's what we're doing right now.
Exactly. So speaking of ads, we launched our first ads this last week, and that was really fun. Naja and I kind of made it a little bit of a competition where I created an ad, you created an ad, and then we are speaking in front of the camera.
And she won. She crushed me. Okay.
Not necessarily. I know that you also did really well, but
So I'll take it on. So basically, we are creating ads for our company. We have built this beautiful studio. We have a digital marketing services behind the content creation services that we offer. And so we're trying to let the people know, let entrepreneurs and business owners know that they can come to this studio, create content, professional content for social media, and then we will take care of them down the line. We will offer additional services from the editing of the videos to the publishing on social media to running their digital ads to basically a full A to Z solution. And so we're running ads to promote these services.
Yes, we have three different types of packages. One for somebody who's a little more on the beginner side and doesn't really know, wants to learn. Naj is a naturally good teacher, so he's able to really go in depth and help and provide that step-by-step for somebody who wants to start putting themselves out there. Then we have for a more seasoned business owner who has done marketing in the past and they understand that marketing is necessary. However, they want to start being a little bit more rigorous with it, more intentional. So that's what that second package is for. And then finally, there's that third package where entrepreneurs, they want to go all in. They've done everything else in the past. They've gone to workshops, they've gone to conferences, they understand the importance and the need of marketing their business in order for them to be bigger, but they don't know how to take that next step because they don't have the ability or the bandwidth to do it. And so this is a one-stop shop where Naja, who's an expert of over 15 years already, I want to say close to 17 years, he's been doing this, and he can really understand what the client needs and make it so that he can create a magical project for them.
Yeah, we call that last package market dominance, where basically you are in a position to dominate your niche, your market. And so by outsourcing your entire marketing department to us, And we have now around 7 people in our team. We have 5 editors, 1 social media, and 1 SEO. And you are also helping in as much as you can. And so we have a big team now to be able to help clients propel forward and create a marketing engine that keeps bringing in clients. But we were talking about the ads. So this is actually the second week we create ads. The first one, I want to create like a baseline of numbers. And it's important for the audience also to understand the strategy, what we're doing. First, week 1, we created ads that are built from a video AI generator. So we created scripts. We give it to an AI video generator. It creates videos from the script. We took it to our editing team. They convert it into an ad. They added the music, the B-roll. B-roll is like footage that comes on top of the ad as the script is being said. And so we created like 6 versions because, AI, you can create as much as you want. So we created 6 versions of this ad campaign on week 1, and we ran it all. And we tried to compare which one works best. And for me, it wasn't, I was expecting that AI video is not going to perform as good as human videos. And so the data have shown that. The data have shown that for some reason, there's still a magic in the human being. Mm-hmm. AI, till this moment, maybe down the line, AI is going to perform humans. But so far, we have reasonable conviction that humans are still better at resonating with the people on the other side in terms of video. And so the first week was creating a baseline in terms of data analytics. So today, okay, let's say we run an ad, we spend $100. How many views did we get on that ad from $100? How many people who see the ad click on that? That's the click-through rate. We calculate that, and then we run the next week. We run a similar campaign, and we see how did the second campaign perform. Mm-hmm. And we can compare, and we can know which one did better in terms of conversions and click-through rates.
Right. I'm learning so much from you on different ads and how people market and advertise their companies. So, for example, a couple of things that you've tried is when you hit... So first of all, there's the ad. There's so many different things that you could do with the ad. But then you say, click the link to go to somewhere if the potential client is interested, right? So they click the link, and there's so many things that can be done, because one, it could be as simple as putting the Calendly
for them to book an appointment.
For them to book an appointment. So they could do that. Then, if not that, they can also create a landing page or a VSL, right?
Video sales letter.
A VSL, which stands for video sales letter. She's a great student,
by the way. She learns very quickly.
Where it's literally a video between 2 minutes to 5 minutes talking about the company, why you should trust them, what sets them apart from everybody else. And so now these are the potential people that are the potential clients, right? Who have gained interest. And now these are the people who are more likely to watch that 2 to 5 minute video.
Yeah. So they click on that 30 second ad. They kind of say, okay, I'm interested. Let me learn more. They go to the landing page that has a video sales letter that explains more in depth what is the offer that we are giving them. And
yes.
So underneath that, they can book a call.
Yes.
And then the third option after they click the ad, do you know what it is? Is the form.
It's that form where they put in their information so that way we can reach out to them or whoever's marketing will reach out to them and they understand that this is serious. So that way we can get to understand what their pain points are and if it would be a potential match.
Yeah, and they call in the Meta platform, they call it, this is an instant form. And the reason why is that people do not leave Instagram or Facebook when they click on that instant form. It kind of like pops up within the ad. So just they need to just put their information, and it will pre-populate the form with your data. So they basically need to do is just click yes, submit, whatever that button is, and then we capture their contact information.
Right.
And some people add questions to this form to qualify the leads. Say, if some people want companies who are making this number of money, who have this number of employees. So you want to ask this question before they hit submit so that the lead that comes into you is qualified to your target audience. So these are the three main events that take place after someone clicks the ad. Number one is directly go to Calendly to book an appointment. Number two, go to a landing page that has a video sales letter, and then they can book after they watch the video sales letter. And then the third one is an instant form that pops up so they can give us their information so that we get to contact them after that and talk to them about, how we can help them and how we can book an appointment down the line. Yeah, so we ran last week the first human, me and you, video ads where you recorded your own video ads. By the way, her own script as well, which I think it was amazing. I showed it to one of our copywriters that we work with, and he was like, "That's amazing. I cannot touch it. This is perfect." Yeah, so you have a very strong talent in copywriting and communicating and also delivering. I think you have a lot of emotion when you in front of the camera. You can captivate the audience, and that's proven by the data because your video has performed much better than my video. So I'm very impressed. I know it's something new to you, but I think you're doing great already. And this week and every week, we're going to record another set of ads. And then, the reason why we do a lot of these iterations is because we want to find the golden goose, really. We want to find that goose that is performing substantially better than all of the ads. And once we find that beautiful ad that have excellent, performing very well, then we can go all in with that ad.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I can see it has to be somewhere you are delivering. Oh, we also tried the mix.
Oh, yes. We did one where, there's a portion of the ad where I'm speaking, then there's a portion where Naja is speaking, and then back and forth, just to make it more impactful. One thing that for me is when it comes to an ad, it has to be very eye-catching. It has to be emotional or funny. And there has to be like a message, and it can't be too long. If it's too long, I get bored. And so with every ad that I'm doing, I want to make sure that I'm hitting at least some of those, and it's not just relaying the message, because anyone can read the message. But if I'm actually going to have somebody watch something that I'm putting out there, I want some sort of visceral emotion where they either laugh or they raise their eyebrows and they're like, wow, or, or they're inspired and intrigued to click that button.
Yeah, and I noticed how comfortable you are in front of the camera. For me, when I look at the camera, I kind of like start being in my head a little bit, where for you, it's natural to you. And that's beautiful. So for me, I'm more comfortable in locking my eyes on you and talking to you. Just this little subtle reactions of humans to human communication that makes it, engaging for me. Where if I'm talking to the camera, I feel like I get in my head. And I noticed that a lot of entrepreneurs have the same problem. They know that they need to create content, but staring at the camera puts you in a kind of an awkward position where you're talking, but you're talking to an object. And we're not built for that. We're social creatures. We're built for interactions. And it takes special talent for people to be comfortable just looking at that object and speaking and give it passion and being animated and all. And so that's one of the reasons why we created that setup, that studio, is because we bring in an entrepreneur, and I tell the entrepreneur, hey, forget there's the cameras, just talk to me, right? And then the entrepreneur very quickly, in the first few minutes, they will forget that there's a camera, and they are so engaged in the conversation with us. And that's really the power of what we offer, is that you will create great content, and we will ask you questions that pulls out all the wisdom that you have from your years of experience, but very naturally, very authentically, not scripted at all.
I know that we've had clients where they want to put themselves out there, but they're so afraid. They're like, oh, how am I going to do this? No. And they'll like push back the dates and stuff like that. And then they kind of get in their heads, and you've had to, say, okay, we're not going to change the date. We're going to keep it this date. You're going to come over here and you're just going to trust me. I'm going to make it very comfortable for you. And so that's one of the tactics that you use, which is you have them looking at you and not at the camera.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the first time, like when I was doing it with you, I felt comfortable. You made it so that I was comfortable. And then I remember seeing my first video ever, and I was like, oh my God, no, that's me. No, I don't want to, there's that like fear of other people seeing you. But at the end of the day, it looks good. And we have to remember that we're on camera because there's a message that we're trying to share. There's something that we know, because not everybody knows everything, right? Some people are subject matter experts at certain things. And so we know that we have something of value to share that maybe other people will feel that it resonates with them.
Absolutely. Think about like every profession out there. You have visited our BNI chapter this week. I'm very happy, I want to ask you how it was your experience in, but the point I'm making is that within that BNI chapter, Business Network International, which is an organization for business owners to meet weekly and exchange referrals and update each other, kind of becoming like a whole sales team, helping each other. So with that, when I joined that organization, when I sit on the table every week, and every week one of the business owners stand up for 60 seconds and deliver their kind of like what they are asking for this week, I learned so much about every single profession that I thought, oh, what does a plumber do? Oh, of course I know what a plumber do. But when they start telling you about the different problems they're facing and the technical things that they are involved in, and how everything is like very, they have to go to school, they have to study that thing. So when you go to pest control, like there's seasons for every, like bees are doing this season, and I don't know, termites will wake up when this happened. So there's so many details. HVAC, there's so many things happening with the heating and the cooling and the filter cleaning, and there's smart thermostats that you can control with your Alexa and whatnot. So when you learn about all of this, you know, oh my God, every time we learn something, we know how much we really don't know anything about the world.
And that's, I think, our motto, right? The more we learn, the more we realize that we don't know as much as we think we do.
Exactly.
Right? So it's just a never-ending cycle. And going back to your question earlier, my thoughts on BNI, it was my first time attending.
Yes. How was it?
I loved it. I loved it because it's a community of people who are doing their best every single day to have a business, to grow and groom that business, and then also to maintain the clients that they have. That client relationship is so important. It's so important because, as we've talked about earlier or in the past, your client is really the one that is your walking advertisement. They're the ones that are sharing and providing that reviews through word of mouth. They're saying, yes, Naja was so great. He provided me a very personalized experience. I can tell that he really cares. He made sure that I felt comfortable. There's a difference between that and then somebody coming to somebody else, right? One of your clients going to someone else and saying, Naja was not patient. Naja was kind of rude to me. I did not feel like he cared. It felt like a transaction, right? So something like that, people are going to listen to that and they're going to either avoid you, even though they don't know you, and they only know you through that other client, or you're going to be their go-to because somebody else spoke well of you.
Yeah, and so BNI, the way it works is that the people in the room are your salespeople, because small businesses in general cannot afford a team of sales team, right? Like a big number of salespeople. But small businesses usually they're centered around the owner and maybe a couple other employees. Maybe some of them have like 5 to 7 to 10 employees, and still rely big deal on referrals. And so when they join organizations like BNI, the people in the room are, you build relationships with them so that they can bring you business. Now, we as Parrots Lab are in an interesting spot there because we are B2B. So we are fortunate enough to have a lot of the BNI members to be our clients. And that's no problem. Like BNI does not tell you, no, you're not allowed to have clients within the chapter. In fact, that's encouraged. And the good thing about having clients within BNI is that we are accountable to them because we're seeing them every week. Mm-hmm. So every week, I think we're accountable to all clients, whether they're BNI or not. But there is a special level of trust between BNI members to give each other business. Why? Because every time you are engaging someone else in your business, you're paying them a lot of money. There's that risk factor. Like, what if they're not good? What if they ghosted us? What if they were scammers? What if there's a lot of question marks when you want to deal with a different company. And what BNI helps is that you're working with someone who you're gonna see every week. There's that trust factor that make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah. So you look forward to joining BNI as well?
I do. I know I can't join the same chapter, but I'll join a different chapter.
For sure. Yeah, you're gonna do great. And I love the speech that you delivered. Like, you stood up very confidently and delivered a great speech.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
How was your week though?
My week was great. Just going to work and new hires, but overall it was a really great week. I am looking forward to continuing to working with you and with Saad, who is one of our editors. And so what I was able to do this week is really go in and select the clips that I had selected in the past, and then do iterations and to edit them further so that each clip that we put out on the internet has a hook.
Oh, you learned about the hooks.
Mm-hmm. I learned about the hook, about the problem solution, and the call to action.
They did not see that, did they? You did not see that.
Call to action. So hook, problem solution, call to action.
Okay, explain that to me.
So when it comes to the hook, it has to be something enticing. We have about 2 to 3 seconds to keep the audience engaged with whatever it is that we have to say. And if it's not engaging in any way, or if it doesn't, it doesn't resonate with them, then they're going to continue scrolling. There's so much content out there that it's really hard to compete. So we're trying to be very specific when it comes to the hook. Is who are we trying to reach out to? Who are we speaking to? And how do we get them to stop and watch our video? then there's a problem solution for those for that audience who we have caught their attention. We need to directly share with them what their potential problem is. Is it that they're not getting enough clients? Is it that they feel like they're too spread thin and overworked? Is it that they're not reaching the audiences that they're wishing to reach, right? So though that's the problem, and what we do is we provide the solution through the ads. This is what you're going to be receiving. This is what you're going to be receiving, and this is how we're going to help. So and then there's the call to action. The call to action is reach out to us, click the link below, fill out the form. That's the call to action where we want them to do something so that way we can connect and really begin working together.
I love it. You nailed it. Yeah. Yeah. I think the most important part is the scroll stopper, the hook. So this is scroll stopper, really. Because if you notice yourself on Instagram, you're scrolling, you literally give every video you see like a few seconds to decide whether you want to watch it or not. And you watch it 2-3 seconds. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Let me watch more. And now comes the problem. The problem is that they need to identify themselves with the problem or the person delivering that, because they want to see, oh, they get me. Mm-hmm. They understand my pain. Okay, now I'm listening even more. I'm hungry. Where's the solution, right? Mm-hmm. Like you caught my attention, and you're speaking my language. You're saying, oh, that's me. And then you say, all right, now I'm going to get you the solution. And you tease the solution. You don't deliver the whole solution in the ad, especially if we're designing ads. I mean, if we're doing regular content, maybe you can deliver the full solution in a concise bullet point way, or like 1, 2, 3. Okay. But if we're designing ads, the solution will be like you tease them with the umbrella, the main thing that you can help them with. And you ask them, now the call to action, you ask them to click below to get to learn more about the solution that you have, right? So this is how, the scroll stopper, the hook gets you to the place to listen, the problem, you identify with the problem, then you tease the solution, and then you call to action to continue the conversation, to continue to learn more about how you're going to help me with my problem. Mm-hmm. And that's when we go to the VSL, the video sales letter. The video sales letter is telling you how I'm going to help you, how my solution is going to be a great fit for you. Mm-hmm. You deliver that in the VSL letter, and then that's when you get into the booking a call. And especially if we're talking in the B2B space or high ticket, people are buying maybe major purchases, like give me a high ticket item for regular people that they can buy.
Electronics.
Yeah, like maybe a contractor to renovate their kitchen. That's a big purchase. Maybe a car. But a car is, car dealerships is different because the brands are big, so you don't have a custom offer for them. A house is a high ticket. Again, realtors can use content greatly, can use ads greatly. So, yeah. But this is basically the format, the formula, basically for ad creation. Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. What do you want to talk about now?
Another thing that I did this week was we went to this festival on Friday, and we saw some of your BNI friends there, where when it comes to BNI, these people are very active in the community. And I also think there's a lot of value of, yes, ads are important, podcasting is important, but also putting yourself out there and going out with the community is really good to start to develop that relationship with people. So for business owners, that's something I want to encourage as well. Go out there, talk to people, get to know them, become the face behind your brand. We help you with that, but we're not a one-stop shop where we are going to provide all the answers for everything. We're here to help you, to guide you, and to, increase your visibility. But if you believe that we are just here to do everything for you without you putting yourself out there as well, then, we're not going to be able to give you all of the results that you're looking for. I say this because I recently heard and listened to a podcast with you, Naja, where when it comes to the marketing world or when it comes to a service business, many times there are entrepreneurs who they want to hire somebody, right? They hire someone who says that they're going to be able to help them, and they can, but then the expectation is that they save their company and that they are able to do everything outside of just marketing or outside of just the niche that they're promising. And we want to be very clear that that's not what we do. We're not magic, right? We are not a marketing agency and an operational agency and sales. We're not that. We are simply marketing, where when it comes to marketing and helping you spread the information about what it is that you do, we are here for you and we're able to do this. But when it comes to unrealistic expectations, we will never promise you something that we cannot do. And sometimes entrepreneurs get it into their heads that because we're so good at this one skill, their expectation is that we do and that we save everything else for them. And that's just not reality.
Absolutely. You're bringing a really good point here. And I really I never had a chance to talk about it. So I think what marketing is we generate demand for your business. We generate demand for your business and we build your brand. And what that means is really we are showcasing your brand or your business in the best way possible. We're bringing eyeballs and ears to listen to your content, to show and to see who you are, what you're about, what's your expertise like, how much you know what you're talking about, what is the benefits of your products, who you are selling to. So we are basically exposing you to your target audience. And the reason why I say your target audience, because thankfully these ad platforms and Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, all of these, TikTok, these platforms know about us more than we know about ourselves. So if your business is targeting, a lot of business owners tell me, my target is very niche, I cannot use advertising. No, you can use advertising. If you're targeting realtors, don't you think that Facebook and Instagram know that this person is a realtor? Hell yeah, they know. They know that people are realtors. They know their profession. They know if they're pregnant. They know everything. And why? Because they're monitoring every move you do, everything you watch, everything you search for, every click, everything. So they know a lot about you. And so when we get the right people to talk to you or to see your content, we mean it, not because we are great or magical, but because these ad platforms, if you give it the right prompting and the right setup, they will find your customer, no matter how small and niche your customer is. And so our job, as you said, is to get those eyeballs, get the demand. People want to engage with you. But if you don't pick up the phone, or if you don't show up to the call that we booked for you, or if you don't know how to present, how to close, how to
maintain the relationship, how to answer back.
So we're not going to help. Our service is not going to help you a lot. If you deliver your service and people go and give you 1-star review on Google, and then you come to us, why I'm losing customers? Well, because your service is not good enough. And I cannot help you with that. I can bring eyeballs to your business, but I cannot solve your operational problems that you mentioned.
Yes. So when it comes to marketing, there's so much that we can do, but the client also needs to put in the work themselves. They are the ones who are steering the ship and into what they want their brand to look like, into what kind of client and customers they want. And what we do is we provide that spotlight.
Correct. Yeah. And we do it at the highest level. I mean, from the strategy and how the message goes, like we help the client craft the message, because a lot of the thing is really about the message. And the message comes from knowing the target audience, knowing your ideal customer profile. We call it ICP. Knowing these ICP will give you like how to communicate to them. And then knowing your service, having clarity. You know, we did an exercise in the last few weeks where we clarify our offering as an agency.
Yes.
We have 3 packages, very clear. We touched on them earlier. And so being clear on the package, on the service or the product you offer, being clear on your ideal customer profile. We also built a list with checkboxes for exactly the kind of avatars that we're looking for. And then once that is clear, then the messaging of the ad or the content becomes also clear and hits the spot, basically, delivers the message to the right people. And hopefully that would, cascade into booking calls and sales.
It's been an exciting journey thus far. Like I said, I've only started to get my feet wet into the whole marketing world, but it's exciting. It's fun. It's really cool to be able to see that the product of my decisions is going out there into the world, or people are viewing it. I know that it's reaching more than 10 people. It's reaching people that I don't even know. So that is really cool. I will say that even at my workplace, people that I don't know have stopped me and they're like, "Oh, I know you." And I'm like, "You do? You know me? Thank you." And so what my message has resonated with them in one way or another. And so, yes, having that soapbox is really fascinating and very cool and powerful, but also it's a good reminder that I have to be a little bit more intentional with what it is that I say, because whatever I put out there is going to be out there forever.
Exactly.
With big power comes big responsibility.
But yesterday I went to the chamber. No, on Friday I went on the Chamber of Commerce breakfast, Redlands Chamber. Great chamber, by the way. And I was walking and someone I know you from somewhere. And 99% my assumption is that they've seen my content online. That's the power of our service. Like when we bring you to that seat, when you start creating content, it's not that you're going to become a celebrity the next day. Again, this is to manage your expectations. It's not like you record one time with us and the next day you are millions of followers.
You're J-Lo.
Exactly.
Beyonce.
That's not how it works. But because our targeting is your customers, so whenever you are involved in communities where your clients are there or your customers are there, you become known, and they don't know how they know you, but your face is familiar. And so that breaks out walls between people.
It breaks the ice.
Exactly,
Yes.
because they feel like, oh, I've seen your content, you're approachable, I can talk to you, I know
a little bit about you.
Exactly, the familiarity there. And so I think this is why our services here is monumental. The only thing is that it's not immediate results sometimes. Like, of course, if you run ads, you might get immediate results. but think about the long-term vision of our services. We have the pleasure to be working with a personal injury attorney, and his profession is one of those that you have to wait. You cannot put content today and tomorrow you expect more clients to show in your law firm. But if you do it long enough, you become the top of mind for their customer. And this is what we've been able to achieve with Markarian Law Group and Chris Markarian, because the more we put content out there, the more we promote him, the more he becomes the top of mind. When people get involved in an accident eventually, hopefully not, but when people get involved in an accident, the first person they think of is that person who have been in my feed all the time. I don't need to go and search for the unknown on Google, and now I go there. So the results are a little bit delayed, but they're powerful.
It's a top of mind solution. And as you said, it's a long game. It's not a get rich quick scheme. This isn't do it once and then you win at life forever. It's slow and steady. Steady
and slow.
That's the way you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yes, it's like that turtle and hare thing. This is a turtle game, right? Yes, you are going to win. We can almost guarantee that you're going to be successful, but it's going to take time.
Correct.
This is not going to be you do this once and then all of a sudden you have tens and hundreds of people coming to you overnight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad that we're talking about this because it's important to, even for people who are not looking to start their own business or people who are not looking to get into marketing, it's important for us to remember that at the end of the day, we end up winning so much more when it's a slow and steady game, when we've pivoted and we've walked through things and we've gotten a little bit more informed and educated. That's how we're going to win in the long run rather than something that's super quick, like winning the lottery.
Absolutely. Is this a good way to end it?
I think so. I've had a really great time having this conversation. I think that, look, I know that for those listening, we're probably not the most exciting when it comes to, telling scary stories or talking about gossip, but I do think that this is very educational. And for those who are listening in, if you have a business, we are looking and we're learning and we're growing and we're reading and watching podcasts, and we take some of what we've learned and what we've internalized, and we'll always share it with you. So rest assured that if you watch us, you'll always end up learning something.
Absolutely. Boom.
Boom.